Greetings, family. Greetings, one and all. Welcome to another episode of King Simon Presents Only Quality People. And of course, today we have a special guest, not new to my station at all. We're broadcasting live, not only on Instagram, but we're broadcasting live on Facebook also. So big up to the whole Facebook crew, the Instagram crew, and the YouTube crew. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all's doing? We're broadcasting live. As a matter of fact, oh no, we're only broadcasting live on Instagram. I thought we was doing Facebook too, but I guess we're only broadcasting on Instagram and YouTube. Oh man, I thought I was doing Facebook, but let me see if I can still do Facebook anyway. Why not? Let's make it happen. Okay, great. I can do that. I'm good at this. This is what I do's and does. So enough respect to the platform that I'm on nowadays, working the magic. And thank y'all very much for supporting the channel. Remember, family, it doesn't cost to share, like, and subscribe. So, of course, here it is. You can share, subscribe, share, and even click the bell to be notified for when I'm coming up. And do me a favor, please share this broadcast is a very important broadcast because we're dealing with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So share it with one of the beautiful ladies that you love and respect this particular time. And or also men that have gone through breast cancer situations too, because men do go through breast cancer situations also. As I am reading and I've been researching and studying for many years about it, and how important it is that we learn to recognize it in both genders and, of course, across the board in every community. So we'll be bringing up Dr. Shakirah Moore in the next 1 minute. Just want to remind all you beautiful individuals out there that are tuning in and locking in that that's coming up will be Dr. Oya Ma'at will be on today's Consciousness in the Conscious Community. Dr. Oya Ma'at is a professor and also she's into STEM research and all that. So she's going to be coming up and doing her thing. Can't wait to have her on. That's October 28th. Let me go back a little. On this Sunday, I have, for the first time, making his debut on my channel, the one, the only Zansep Jejna. The Journey of Spirituality and Being the Keeper of Ancestral Guidance. Our brother will be coming up at 3:03 on Sunday, October the 19th. And then later on that afternoon, we have the one, the only, Jerry Miller. Brother Jerry Miller will be with us live and direct. The infamous, the famous. I won't call him infamous. Infamous is a negative one. Famous Jerry Miller and this brother. I've known him for many years. All right. He's the one that gave me my Shahada back in the Islamic years in 1980s. And enough respect to him. Also, family, please join my membership either on KSPTV Media, or Patreon for this exclusive part 1, 2, and 3 that will be uploaded very soon. And I'll be shouting out all the rest of the sponsors of the program. But just want to remind everybody that the guest that I have coming up is not new to my channel at all. And this sister has been doing some great works in the community and stem from a great family that have been doing great work in the community also. And respect to all of our family. I always got to shout out the family because I know the uncles, I know the brother, I know the family, I know her grandmother from back in the day in the Nation of Islam. So I got to shout that out. And her mother, a late great mother also, for being the great representation of who she was and how she helped guide this beautiful sister. So, of course, she is not only a board certified master iridologist, but also naturopath, detox specialist, spiritual teacher, and entrepreneur. Without further ado, let's bring on the stage for you, my dear sister, who's coming up in the next few seconds, the one, the only Dr. Shakirah Moore. How you doing, Dr. Shakirah? How you feeling?
I am well. I'm doing as good as I can be.
Yes.
Give thanks.
You're doing as good as you
Being
can.
here, yes.
Well, it is what it is. We all got to go through it and have our
right.
It's all about having fun with it. Enjoy it. It.
Life has its ebbs and flows. What's life without it?
Yes.
But we here. So Peace and love,
We
family, and I'm happy to be here. I
well,
really
I'm
am. I
happy
see you
that
got the pink. I was thinking to put the pink on. I was like,
hey,
maybe I
hey,
could put my
hey,
pink blazer on, but
hey,
man,
hey,
I see that.
I'm gonna support the sisters, man, because I had an aunt that went through breast cancer. May she rest in peace.
Hmm.
And she had to remove the breast and all that back in Jamaica. So enough respect to
Mm.
her and a few. And I don't know if any other anyone in relative that really don't run in my family like that.
Hmm.
So I'm so happy that they probably caught it at a young age because I don't know if none of her daughters, and none of that have it. At least they haven't told me, but I haven't heard because usually the women always speak about it. But before we move on, you got an event coming up. Let's speak on that real quick. You got an event, and I got the flyer for that. Talk about the event that's coming up on the 21st of October. Let's talk about it because the link is pinned to the top of the chat right now to get to the
Yes.
event right. Go ahead. Talk about
Yes,
it.
but first, peace and love, family. Thank you for being here. For those who are watching live,
Mhm.
the breast blueprint, heal from the inside out, is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've done a lot of live streams on Instagram, YouTube, but this is like the first time that I'm actually going to be bringing it in person. And I'm gonna be honest, just real transparency.
Mhm.
I was going to cancel this event.
What?
I really was. Yes, I was. And a lot of people who have received my email, I was like, yep, I was this close to canceling it because,
Right.
I just didn't feel, I'm like, doubt started to creep in, and,
Mhm.
all the different things that, life be life and in my own life. So I'm like, who am I to go out and, you know, share this stuff? And then my spirit would not let me cancel this event. Like, I was
Mhm.
going to call the lady and say, listen, the spot, and it took a lot to get that spot, because if
Mhm.
people are
Mhm.
familiar with voting at this time,
Mhm.
all of the libraries in the surrounding area, it's filled up with voting right now.
Hold.
So
So you
they
hold. Right.
squeezed me in.
Mhm.
So my spirit wouldn't allow me to call the lady and say cancel this event. So it's still on, because this information is so freeing, right? We're going to cover all angles of what we call breast cancer, not just, okay, we're really just focused on the naturopathic way and the traditional medicine way, but we're also going to be talking about allopathic, because there are going to be people that may want to use both, and we cannot, look down on them for that. I've had people that used both,
Mhm.
and they're still here. They're still using, the natural fruits and vegetables and the plant lifestyle, but they chose, for their own precaution and their own peace of mind, to use both. So I could not just leave it on the table and say, let me cancel this event and keep all of this information that I have accumulated and that's within me to myself. So the breast blueprint, that's what it's going to encompass, really looking at your breast health
Mhm.
from the very beginning, how to do that. And of course, we use iridology as one of those tools. And
Mhm.
then given plugging in the gap of lack of knowledge, because a
Mhm.
lot of the main course of action that we know of in mainstream medicine, of course, is to cut, slash, and burn. That's the first thing. Radiation, chemotherapy,
Mhm.
those are the first courses of action, and mastectomy.
Right.
So I want to give the blueprint so that if a woman is challenged with this, or a woman may have just been challenged with this, your mind is open to different avenues. Like, wow,
Mhm.
I didn't know that existed. Let me do ozone therapy. Let me do this thermography. Let me do colonics. Let me do other things other than what my medical doctor may be limited in his or her own knowledge, and only leading me into the chemo and radiation chamber. Is that,
Mm.
you know what I mean?
I totally understand. And before you move on, I want to read something,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, from the National Breast Cancer Foundation.
Hmm.
And I'll share that website if you want, National Breast Cancer.org, breast cancer facts. And it says, according to their website from September 29th, 2025, this is what they said:
Hmm.
medically reviewed since June 15th of 2023. So there's a peer review going on here. So let
Hmm.
let me read briefly what they said. They said, 1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. In 2025, an estimated 316,950 women and 2,800 men will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer, and an additional 59,080 new cases on non-invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed. Chances are you know at least one person who has been personally affected by breast cancer. But there is hope. When caught in its earliest localized stages, the 5-year relative survival rate is 99%. Advances in early detection and treatment methods have significantly increased breast cancer survival rates in recent years, and there are currently over 4 million breast cancer survivors in the United States. Awareness of the fact and the statistics surrounding breast cancer in the United States is key in empowering individuals to make informed decisions about their health. What do you think about that?
Ooh, okay, let's unpack it.
Let's
Now,
unpack that.
when they say early detection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Early detection meaning getting a screening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mammogram screening, and then they may find it at stage 1 or less than that, and then that's when protocols can be put in place.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to introduce to the table, well, how about we have a prevention method where before a lump is found, we're literally can see what's happening in your breast zones
Mm-hmm.
before the mammogram can detect it, before you even feel any kind of lumps in your breast area. And that's where we plug in iridology. And 2 nights ago, when I did an event, The Proof is in the Iris, we had almost 40 people in the room. It was amazing. And I was telling the story of how when my mother went to an iridologist for a separate
Mm-hmm.
issue, but the woman sitting next to her, basically told her that whatever Dr. Gonzalez, that was his name, the iridologist in Brooklyn, he said, whatever he tells you, please listen, because a year prior, he told her that there was markings in her breast region in the iris,
Right.
and that he wanted to start her on a protocol to, work on her breasts, her lymphatics. And she was adamant nothing was going on. She's
Right.
like, I just had a mammogram. They'd never called me back. They said everything was fine. Well, a year later, she was called back after another routine mammogram. And then that's when they found a lump in her breast. So she was back in Dr. Gonzalez's office,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm ready to listen to your word, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so I've had other female clients with similar stories where I've noticed markings in the breast region of the iris.
Mm-hmm.
And some said, they didn't really like feel it, or they were like, I'll schedule a mammogram. And then that's when the mammogram detected it. But it was months after I've already found it in that region. So how powerful is it that well before it's even localized as what is called cancer, because it takes a long time for
Mm-hmm.
that to happen. But
Right.
the iris, your eyes, your blueprint, right? You are your own doctor, your own scientist, will reveal that beforehand. And
Right.
now we know what you can do in order to, prevent what is called like a full-on breast cancer diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
and I'm glad you made that. I'm glad you clarified certain things and said what you had to say in regards to that, because some people are afraid of the doctors, especially the allopathic doctors of nowadays, and they try the holistic, and some people are with holistic and finding the two sides of the coin helpful. And now that you're seeing that also accounts of men, 2,800 men to be exact, is also
Yeah.
showing up. What, from your perspective in studying, naturopathic health and everything that you do, what from your perspective, what causes the development of cancer in the breast? From
That
your
is from research and even like looking at the anatomy and physiology, that is the pollution of the lymphatic, gut, and liver pathways.
Mm.
And so working on those specific systems, right? Because when we're looking at breast cancer, we have an overload of estrogen, even in men, right? You see men,
Right.
when they get a certain age or the certain weight, they're beginning to grow breasts as
Breast.
well. And
Mhm.
that's estrogen dominance rather than it's literally like kicking out the testosterone presence.
Right.
And so the responsibility of the liver and the gut is to neutralize and keep estrogen hormone in balance.
Mhm.
So if these systems, this highway, and there's the reason why I call it the highway, because there's a portal, like what we say, a portal bridge, right?
Right.
Think
Right.
portal bridge.
Right.
The specific portal bridge that connects the gut and the liver is called the portal vein. And
Mhm.
so any kind of microbes, nutrients, toxins from the intestines will literally circulate back to the liver. And
Mhm.
that includes your excess estrogen. But what happens is if the liver is too fatty, if you have gallstones, which I say, and I've researched this from Andreas Moritz, you can look him up as well. He's
Mhm.
also an iridologist. He
Mhm.
stated that most people are walking around with gallstones, don't even know it.
Mm.
And there's actually research, I kid you not, you can look it up. Type in Google breast cancer and gallstones, and there's tons of research of women who have breast cancer with elevated liver enzymes
Mm.
and undetected gallstones.
Mm.
So once we clear that pathway of the gallstones and the gallbladder and the liver, and then also working on the gut, working on your microbiome, right? Getting that good probiotics in there.
Mm.
Now your body can breathe. Now the estrogen can go where it needs to go. And this is where we see the decrease or shrinkage in that said lump in that region. And I have this is testimony from,
Mhm.
I have clients, female clients that have stated that this is what they have done for themselves based upon following my detox protocol. And see with iridology, because I have to say this, when I was speaking to another woman a few weeks ago, when she kind of downplayed it, like, oh, my
Mhm.
husband does the same thing too. It's
Mhm.
you shouldn't use that as the only thing, what as the only resource of diagnostic. Absolutely, we shouldn't just rely on one aspect, but we can't deny the overwhelming
Right.
evidence that
Right.
your body reveals disease ahead of time. And then on top of that, it teaches you, the person, to operate your health in your own science. So
Mhm.
what works for me won't maybe not work for you. I may need certain things to get more minerals in my blood, right? To decrease the estrogen overload,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So it's you have to know you have to know what your body is telling you. You have to know what your eyes is revealing about your specific organ regions, so that you can be your own scientist. And then that's how you can shrink what is called cancer, which is just pollution, right?
Mm.
That's all it is. It's just toxins constantly recirculating and recycling in the body, and over time it has nowhere to go. So it's actually a healing mechanism. It's a saving mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. The body's last resort to its last ditch effort to save itself. And
Mm.
so you have to look at cancer too as, okay, what is this trying to tell me? This is saving me, because if that all those toxins grouped into that one cancer lump was to float in your body, you'd be dead sooner.
Right. Right. Right.
So we have to have a different lens, a different perspective of when it comes to what is called the word cancer. And I went to a breast cancer event a few weeks ago, and a woman, when she said she was first diagnosed, she celebrated. I'm not gonna lie, she was just like, I was happy. It was other reasons that she said that, though. This was like 14 years ago she was diagnosed, but her husband had just recently passed, and she wanted to join him in the ancestral world. So when she found out, she was like, oh, and it never went past that stage.
Mhm.
Why? And she didn't know, but I had gave her a perspective. Well, it was your mental aspect when it came to it. You
Right.
were in anguish, you weren't worrying, your adrenals weren't on overload, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? You weren't shaking with fear. You were like, whatever. So it's like your healing is also how you think too.
Right.
It's also
Exactly.
how you feel about yourself, and how you feel about this dis-ease in your body. So she had it once, and that, that was her story, and it's been 14 years and it never returned.
Mm.
So she just has this kind of outlook on life, like she is here living for her children, but at the same time, when her husband passed, that broke her. She wanted to join him when she had the diagnosis. So
Family, you're hearing the explosive one, the only Dr. Shakirah Moore, board certified master iridologist or iridologist, naturopath, detox specialist, and spiritual teacher and entrepreneur. And she has an event coming up on October 21st. If you're in the Atlanta area, you're more than welcome to come on down and enjoy, because I have the link pinned to the top of the chat, the Eventbrite link, and it's also I'm posting it in constantly in the chat. So those who want to come, will you be doing a live stream, or you just straight people got to come and see it?
people got to come. People got
See,
to come. And the reason why I said that, I'm always doing Zooms. I'm always
right,
doing it, something online. So
right.
I really just want people to come and experience it live. Yeah.
I mean, because people around the world want to get it. Maybe everybody can't make it here unless you're
No,
gonna video.
I know. No,
You gonna
absolutely.
audio tape it? You gonna videotape it? What you gonna do? You gonna videotape it?
I might videotape it.
I
Yeah,
mean, you might as well videotape it and rebroadcast it again, because
that's true.
it's not just here in America. It's
No,
all over the world.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think it's
definitely.
very
I mean, of
important.
course, I plan on doing this series more often.
Right.
So
Like I
yeah.
said, my aunt in Jamaica got it, at a certain
Hmm.
age. So I know this is real. Okay, the direct link to the Eventbrite is right here in the chat. I just posted it again in the chat if you want to go to the breast blueprint. And is it exclusive for women, or men can come and attend?
Men can come and attend too.
Of
Yes.
course, because I just read on the national, I just read on the National Breast Cancer Foundation that there's 2,800 men that are also diagnosed with this thing too. So, family, you got to be proactive and not reactive. That's the problem most of us have, is that we're proactive. We're not proactive. We're reactive. So, Dr. Moore, what would you say to someone that comes to you and say that their mother or their father have this quote unquote C word, but yet they don't want to go to the doctor. They don't want to get tested. They don't want they feel that or let's say they feel that they're having pain, or they're recognizing that they have pain, but they don't want to go to the doctor. What do you say to these individuals that are reluctant to go to doctors, whether it's allopathic or naturopathic? What do you say to them?
Well, I would ask them what is their plan?
Mm,
What if they're reluctant to go to allopathic and both naturopathic? Because usually it's either one or the other,
right, right, right.
right? You'll usually have someone that don't want to do allopathic, and they like, okay, they're like, now they're in rush mode. Like, this is like
Right.
urgent. Like, what can I do on the holistic side? And I believe I brought that up before. When
Mm,
it comes to being in this wellness space as a leader, or someone that people see guidance from,
right.
it's very demanding, because
Mm,
you're getting people. And even Dr. Phil Valentine, he taught
yes.
me this before. He said, you're getting people who come to you when they're just like broken.
Yes.
They're like, they done been cut, slash, and burned, and all of this stuff from the allopathic side, that by the time they get to you, it's fix me now,
Right.
you know. And so, of course, my job is to, like we talked, like you said, proactive and reactive,
Yeah.
is to teach you how to take care of your health, be the scientist of your own body
Mm,
beforehand when you come to me for an iridology consultation, so that
mm,
okay, this is something that you can possibly face um, at later on in life. Like, I've had young women come to me and seen markings in their breasts,
mm,
right? But they're not diagnosed with what is called breast cancer, and they did confirm that breast cancer was an inherent or genetic weakness in the
Mm,
family. So now that woman knows, okay, I need to take care of my lymphatic channels. I need to take care of my gut microbiome,
right.
making sure that I'm taking probiotics and a lot of taking care of that takes care of the immune defense lymphatic system too when you take care of the lymph, because most 70% of your lymphatic is in your gut.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So you're not going to be told it's your when you're diagnosed with breast cancer, or God forbid you are, and the oncologist says, let's take care of your gut microbiome. It's
mm-hmm.
not going to be that. It's going to be, let's start chemo and radiation right away. And
Right.
this is not the doctor's fault. Some of them really don't know.
Mm.
So they do come in there to really help, but it's but so much that they're alerted to or enlightened to, you know.
Dr. Moore, a lot of people in the allopathic world, they try to downplay the holistic or the naturopathic world, although
Yeah.
they take the Hippocratic oath. I don't understand because Hippocrates dealt with herbs officially, exclusively. I'm hearing, even
Mhm.
when Dr. Sebi mentioned about why he wouldn't mention Imhotep is because Imhotep opened up the body, where
Mhm.
Hippocrates didn't. But obviously, Imhotep has some other knowledge and information to make him want to open up a cadaver to do what he had to do to learn the internals of the body, period. Because
Mhm.
if you don't know what you're dealing with, how can you be able to deal with a certain situation? So if people are dying during wars and all of that kind of stuff, yes, the doctors, the military or the military doctors or the doctors of that time would deal with the cadavers that are being brought to them after someone lost their life. But
Mhm.
in regards to people that are not that the doctors on nowadays that have not, the allopathic doctors that are not studying the alternative ways, do you suggest that doctors that are watching you now, that may watch on this channel, that they also study, at least get a basic understanding of naturopathic, homeopathic, and all of that kind of stuff? Do you suggest that from your perspective?
Yes, I suggest learning more about functional medicine. That would be more in their lane. Now, functional medicine is more so they are using they believe in that the body is out of whack when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to disease, and so they approach it more from a nutritional standpoint as well.
Right.
And so I would say study the relationship between food and disease, because what they only get, some doctors laugh and they joke, but it's the truth. They may get what, a week of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nutrition is maybe taught a week. I've heard the most six
Mm-hmm.
weeks.
Wow.
It really just depends on the medical doctor that you're talking to, but yeah, most will say the most at best 6 weeks out of, you talking about 12 years of medical school. um a lot of allopathic doctors, yeah, they don't respect the naturopathic world. Matter of fact, they don't look at us as real doctors, which is cool,
Oh, I've
right?
heard. I've
You
heard
know
it
what I mean? Like,
behind.
I honestly don't even care to be called doctor, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. Like, they've done it to Dr. Robert Morris, they've done it to Dr. Sabi, they've done it to so many people in this field.
Maybe we should look up the indigenous name for doctor and then go and use that. 'Cause I think doctari, because doctor only means
It,
teacher.
yeah, it comes from the
That's the only,
Latin word
yeah.
"dacere," which
It,
means to teach,
it means
but
teacher. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all it
But
is, you
yeah,
know.
in Kiswahili, there's another. I think it's daktari, which means teacher also. And doctor, he does his thing. Doctor B, he does his thing.
Uh
And then
huh.
Baba Sanu would tell you through the Kemetic language. Maybe
Hmm.
that's what we need to choose and go down our own lane in presenting ourselves before the people and let them know that the word, because everybody's not doing the deeper etymology of it. They're not going to look it up to find that just
Nah.
means teacher. It's not.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
teacher.
all it is. That's all it
It's the
is.
teacher. But
And Yeah.
but I'm proud of the journey that you're on, and I think you're always open to learn because even
Hmm.
Dr. Valentine, happy belated birthday to him. Dr.
Hmm.
Valentine, really shouted you out one time and who you are and what you're going to be for the future. And he's talking about probably next 50 to 100 years. I'm telling you, that's what we're looking at. So
Hmm.
you gotta claim that and hold on to that, even when you're going through your low points and you're
Yeah.
down. Because I claim when Lloyd said on Sarnetta's show that I'm the numerologist for the future, I started crying. And I
Hmm.
wasn't even there. I was just watching it, and he just all of a sudden said. So when people like Dr. Valentine, who has counted days before he leaves this planet, and people like
Hmm.
Xavier Lloyd and all these people that are elders now, you gotta always hold on to those voices when you're going through whatever you're going through, because you are very proficient and very skilled at what you do. And
Yeah.
the question I want to ask is, how does your spiritual teaching help with the diagnosis, or people with your iridology and your naturopathic medicine also, or your naturopathic lessons also?
As far as my, like, the teachers I've had, or
Yeah,
just what I've learned
yeah,
over
what you learn, because
time?
you sometimes your intuition will take you there too, your spirituality.
Yes.
So how does
Yeah.
spirituality help with also dealing with iridology or iridology and helping out when you're dealing with clients?
Well, it's all connected. Looking at the body by itself will be doing the person
Mhm.
injustice.
Right.
I've had um, a specific client. She just adores me to this day, and I look at it like, oh, it's just nothing. She wasn't. I did her iridology months prior, but she would hit me up for every now and again, and just says, I believe she was saying that her white blood cell count was low, and the doctors, they're like, it was just constantly coming back. She's been having like muscle pains and certain blood, like her skin heal. It takes a long time to heal after she plays a lot of sports.
Right.
So it would take longer to heal. And
Right.
so I literally just closed my eyes while I'm listening to her describe what's going on. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, you need glucosamine.
Mm.
And she said, yeah. I said, yeah, because that's going to help um, repair your cells faster, especially after you talk about an injury where a blotch will stay on your leg that
Mm-hmm.
long, even just at a little ball hitting you. And then that'll also help you produce white blood cells as well.
Right.
And so it was something else I recommended. But long story short, she started taking it 4 months later. When they retest, levels were fine.
Right.
And, she was healing faster. She plays, I believe, pickleball. So, and she was like, you were, oh my God, like, you're just a godsend. And I was just like, oh, I looked at it like it was it just came to me. And a lot of times things that we look at where it's just nothing to us, but it's everything to someone else.
Yes. Yes.
It's just, that's why that when that doubt creeps in of who you think you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not that special, but to the next person, you are a godsend.
That's right.
And so, like how you said, yeah, I'm doing more ebbing than flowing these days, but I can't forget, who I am, and
That's right.
not, lessen myself. So yeah, the spiritual aspect in healing is the center.
Yeah,
It
well,
has to be.
I won't let you lessen yourself. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's one thing I ain't gonna do. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that is so spirituality is very important.
It's
And
the
let me,
center. It's the
it's
center
a
because
center.
nothing happens to the body without permission from what's happening, or what messages is being relayed. That's all it is. It's what needs to be paid attention to,
Right.
what parts of your body needs to be purified. We've been polluting the body too long, but it's really something that we keep recycling in our mind. Same
Mm,
thoughts,
mm,
right? Same feelings, things that we went through years ago, and they come back to the surface. And keep in mind, family, something that happened 30 years ago, if it's still in there without any kind of course of action, it'll feel like it happened yesterday or 30
mhm,
minutes ago. And so
mm.
you replaying that over and over, the body doesn't know that it happened 30 years ago. There is no time loop with that. So you're
Right.
experiencing that all over again, which will speed up cell degeneration.
Powerful. And family, those that want to cam up or ask a question in the chat, by all means, if you know someone that is suffering from any cancer, or you want somebody that want to get an understanding about looking, being proactive in regards of finding out if something's going on, especially through the eyes. It's very important, because what I read also on the National Breast Cancer Foundation, it says breast cancer is the most common cancer in American women, except for skin cancers. It is estimated that in 2024, approximately 30% of all new female cancer diagnoses will be or was breast cancer. On average, every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer in the United States. This is what they're saying, according to peer review and on their chats, which I posted the website on my on the link here. So so please, family, if you have a question, or you want to cam up, or if you just want to ask a question in the chat, big up to Shaniqua Lino on Facebook. Big up to the Facebook family. Arranger, VS World. Big up to y'all in the Facebook family also. Shakina Lino, she's an oracle out there in Facebook world. Instagram family also. And big up to all of that. The next question I have for you, Dr. Shakirah, is that, you've been promoting a lot of liver detoxes, and I noticed that, and it's been heavy. And I got your liver cleanse. I got Dr. B's liver cleanse. I got the whole family's liver cleanse. It's all about liver cleanse. Liver cleanse. Why the focus on liver? Please.
It's I haven't really seen too much of that focus.
Right.
When I listen in on, because I listen to different people, a lot of people focus on the gut, which the gut is important, right? The gut microbiome is everything. If that's out of whack, the gut is connected to reproductive, kidneys, the brain, and but the liver doesn't get its shine the way it needs to, because the gut wouldn't destruct without the liver destructing first. And so, as I was talking about again, that bridge between the gut and the liver, that circulation of toxins or microbes or even nutrients back to the liver, if the liver is damaged, right? And this doesn't even have to do with just a person who's an alcoholic or drinks alcohol. You have something called NAFLD, which is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, right? Where, what is that, right? That's just pollution of all the foods that a person's been eating, and the main food is fried, right? And the more fried food you have, the more acid secretion that's going to happen inside the body. So we have to begin to think, okay, I'm eating this food, how much acid is going to have to secrete in my body to break this down, right?
Right.
And so then, if you don't have enough bile, which comes from the liver, to kind of offset the excess acid, well, then you're going to have this just over acid or acidic stomach. And that's where your acid reflux and all of that comes from. And these are symptoms before cancer, what is called cancer, arrives. When we downplay acid reflux, we downplay a gastritis, which is all the workings of a poor liver and gut, right? Oh, acid reflux, let's take an antacid. Right, let's just pop that in, and none of that all of that does more damage in the long run, because it tears the lining of the stomach and the intestines. And so then now it's IBS, leaky gut, right? And so all of that, eventually, when you are covering up what's really happening, the body's like, okay, you're not getting in the root, you're not getting deep. I have no choice but to run and hide and group and multiply myself into what is called a cancer cell. That's it. It's the ignorance of symptoms of disease that we've had. All of those I call it the divine alert system, that we've popped pills and we've popped these little easy things along the way, and eventually the body's like, or your spirit is like, I really need help, and I need you to pay attention and purify me. And that's how it comes to that point.
I
And
like that.
so,
Divine alert system. I might have to use that now.
yeah, divine alert system. Yes. So the liver to me, I say is the key. I've seen so many, like if you have gallstones, I can't tell you on one hand how many diseases are linked to gallstones. Breast
Mhm.
cancer is linked to gallstones. Fibroids is linked to gallstones. Prostate cancer,
Mhm.
all kind of cancers. Really, there was a story, a study where a man who was diagnosed with liver cancer, when he passed and they opened him up, he had over 70,000 stones in his liver and gallbladder alone.
Wow.
70,000.
Wow.
So what waste is now calcified and stuck, which now those stones obstruct, alkaline fluid to flow throughout the body, which is the bile, right?
Mhm.
And it obstructs hormonal clearance, the excess estrogen leaving the body, which is
Right.
the breast cancer,
Right.
right? Or even fibroids or ovarian cysts, all of that. So that the focus we have to do at least 2 to 4, really 4 liver flushes a year for optimal liver gut health. And that's the key to overall body health, like overall wellness.
Mm.
So that I would say, to me, the main focus should be on the liver and the gut, because again, the more study you do on the anatomy and physiology, it's just undeniable that those two systems, which is a portal that bridges those two systems together, is the link and the key to healing the illusion of disease.
Mm, the illusion of disease. You hear
Yeah.
what Dr. Shakirah is spitting out to y'all family. I'm telling you, make sure y'all go to her link tree for, of course, to get consultation and all that. But if you are in the Atlanta area, the Eventbrite link is pinned to the top of the chat with her link tree also. But it's called the Breast Blueprint. Very important for men and women, because there's a lot of men also going through, but women most of all is going through it, and that's what is most important. That our brothers that love our sisters that love our brothers, let's go and support what she's doing on multiple levels and make sure. Now, somebody mentioned implants. Now, have have you found that breast implants and booty implants have been causing any type of cancer
Mm,
lately? What do you see? What are your studies calling saying? Because I think this is something need to be studied, because everybody
yeah.
gets BBLs and all that stuff. So what is happening in our world with that? Is cancer being developed through that also? Have you found that out going on?
Well, that the as far as the booty implants, it's probably still some research developing. I'm sure there's a lot of evidence on the breast implants, because that substance in the implant itself, they
That
even
part.
tell you. I think you have to go back every 5 years.
That part. Mm,
If somebody in the comments can correct me, I believe you have to go back every 5 years. They have to check it and things like that.
mm, mm.
And if that implant bursts,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. It can that chemical leaking right there in the breast area
Yeah.
absolutely can increase your risk of what is called breast cancer or any kind of toxicity in the body,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
They tell you the risk when you get it, right?
Right.
If it bursts, you have to make sure you come back every so I believe it's between 5 and 7 years, please. And I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, I wanted breast. I was like 17, but it was because I had a family member that got it, and
Right. Right. Right.
I looked up to her, and I was like, I want that, But once I became aware of myself, I said,
Right.
I will play that Indie song.
Yeah.
What's that part where she talked about my breath, my I don't need no silicone. I prefer my
Right.
own, right? And that's what I would
Right.
just constantly replay that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need your silicone. I prefer my own because what God gave me is just fine,
Exactly. Exactly.
So
I
I'm
get
not
that.
your right. I'm not your average girl on the radio. That song.
And
So
now, yeah, is that that's Erica, or that's
that's
India?
India,
India,
India.
India Ari. Okay, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
I know India. I met her out here too, man. Big up
yeah,
to India, man.
yeah.
Those who want to order her detox or liver detox, go to
Yes.
her link Holistica Healer. That's Holistica Healer. It's right here on right here. But everything, the link to the event coming up in Atlanta. She's not in New York. Somebody in Instagram asked if you're in New York. Not yet. She'll be in New York too. She'll be coming.
I have to. I didn't tell it. I didn't put it out yet. So family,
you'll be between the two states.
Almost a year in Atlanta, I have decided to go back up north.
Back and forth. You'll be back and forth.
Back and forth, but not immediately after.
Not immediately.
Right. I will be back up north in Pennsylvania. And it's been a time in Atlanta. You know, I really discounted the move that I did. I was like, oh, it's nothing. No, that was a big thing. And so just listening to my nervous system and listening to, you know, I felt like, oh, if I go back, I failed. Right. And I had to look at it like, no, like, you know, I have to go back, regroup and reinvent myself. And I have most of my village is up north.
Exactly.
You know, that's where my people is at. My grandmaster. I miss my grandmaster. You know, I miss my brother. And then my grandmaster, he's going to be 80 in January. So I'm like, I'm not missing that. So yeah, I'll be back up north, specifically Pennsylvania, but I'll be doing a lot of work in New York and Jersey and Philly, those surrounding areas. Yeah.
We're gonna make sure, because I'm gonna be back and forth heavy in New York myself. So you know, Georgia is more of a peaceful place for me to get away. So I totally got it. For the last 3 years I've been here, I'm like, okay, I need to get my edge back on. So New York is my edge. You know, that's what I put in. So I'll be back and forth because I do have it's a family house that I'm at, so it's always good to make sure I'm connected with the family. You know, moving right along. Of course, this event is happening October 21st. What day is that again? What day?
Tuesday. So Tuesday? I really wanted this Sunday, which is the 20. Oh my gosh, I think it's 27 years since my grandmother transitioned. It makes 27 years, but the libraries are closed on Sundays.
Yes, they are. Right.
So then I tried to get Saturday. Saturday was booked because of the voting. So she squeezed me in for Tuesday. So I'm really trusting that we have a good turnout, because I know a lot of people work. But that's why I put it at 6. You know, it's after work. Come through. You know, I'll have refreshments. You know, some fruit. Make a little chickpea tuna salad. You know, so you know, just have it like that. And I remember the last time I had an event in the library in the Poconos.
Yes.
Was me, my mother, and my brother. We begged my brother to come. He videotaped it. And we didn't expect that many people. We're like, oh, it's probably going to be like 10 or 12 people. So we only had but so much refreshments. When I tell you, King, it was like 40 to 50 people in that room.
Man, I might pass through the support. I might hear from me. I might see me out there, family. Y'all make sure y'all come on out. We're gonna have a good time. You know, make sure my calendar is clear. That's a Tuesday. Oh, well, no, I don't. I gotta check my calendar. Let me check.
No worries.
Today's
Tuesday 6 to 7:30.
Yeah, because usually I got my today's consciousness. The conscious community at 8:00. So to rush back and try to run back is gonna be crazy. But, you know, I wish you videotape it. Hopefully you'll videotape it. Keep a good little thing there. Let your daughter video. Let her do the video.
I was gonna say,
I'll do it. If I come there, I'm gonna help do it. I'm gonna make it happen, because I'm one of them people that I like to see. It's all your intellectual property, and it has to be documented. Whatever you do, it should be documented for future references, and so you could also critique and go through it the way you want it, what you missed, what you didn't miss, what you could have said. All that is good to study yourself. I know how it is. Sometimes some of us don't like to look at ourselves, and it's all right. But you know,
you know what? I know I used to be shy with that, not just replaying videos. I've gotten better. I will literally go on the recording, hear myself, and said, okay, wow. And I'll be like, that's me. You know, that's me. Like even the other night on Wednesday when we had almost 40 people on the Zoom. That's me talking. And we had doctors in the room. We had doctors in dentistry. We had medical doctors in the room. We had osteopaths. They're learning from me. And they was loving what they was hearing. So
you see the question in the chat? It says, is there a connection between breast cancer and reproductive cancer in women? Please.
Yes. Yes, because it all deals with the same, which is what they have in common, hormone overload. So if it's ovarian, uterine. You know how they'll say, "Oh, you're cancer free. We got it all," and then sometime later it'll reappear in another area, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you had one cancer to reappear in another area, breast cancer can appear in the lungs, or oh, if you have breast cancer, the past it'll appear in the lungs, or if you had ovarian and it could appear in the breast. It could appear in any. It never left. That's another thing when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got it all.
Right.
That method doesn't get it all because you took a shortcut,
Right.
right? You think cutting something out and burning it is getting rid of it.
Right.
No, because if a person and if our family, if you know someone who was in the oncology unit, go ahead and look on the lunch menu of what they serve oncology patients.
Mm.
Okay, sugar, like it's
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
tell you, like when I remember my mom was passionate about all of this. She
Right. Right.
had the series The Truth About Cancer
Right.
by Ty Bogan, I believe his name was. He had a
Mm.
9-part series,
Right.
and she would constantly, when she would hold classes in our home,
Right.
and she was like, she would print out the menu. I
Mm.
mean, mozzarella sticks, sugar drinks, milk, cheese, like just things with dairy in it, and meat, and hot dogs. Hot dogs is. Do you know hot dogs is one of the top carcinogenic foods, and
Look.
they had that on the menu.
Look, Star from Star Report put on his community section while he was in the hospital recently. Big up to him. He's feeling much better. I've been texting back and forth. He said they was giving him mac and cheese, pork loins, all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's what he called her Big Shirley. He said, thanks to Big Shirley who was feeding me, putting her feet in the mac and cheese. I'm like, mac and cheese while you going through pneumonia?
Pneumonia,
Don't make
which
no
is
damn
dairy.
sense.
Oh my
To make you
God,
feel
man.
good, to make you. I was like, Star, come on, my dude. I
You know,
because Queen of Foods is relative, is related. He's related to
yeah, I remember you told me that.
So I'm like, what the hell?
I'll never forget this. You know how there's certain quotes you just won't forget that people said to you?
Yeah, yes.
And I got to quote Baba Dr. Phil again. It's his birthday yesterday. So, and he's one of my favorite teachers, because what he told me, he said the first exposure to cancer is a common cold.
Mm.
That's what he told me, and he did that on a broadcast years
That's right.
ago.
That's right.
That's why you gotta go back and watch these videos of our Baba. Yes, because you gotta catch it. I mean, you gotta catch it.
I tell people to get his old book, Sacred
Wow.
Principles of Health. This is, I mean, this is printed now. This is old print. This is old
Wow.
print. Look at this.
Wow.
Health.
I love that. A discourse on the ways of intelligent eating. I love that.
Exactly.
Wow. I gotta get that. I gotta
get
see
you a
that.
copy. Yes.
Yeah, give it a copy. Yeah.
Because he
But
don't use this no more.
The fact that he said the first exposure to cancer is a common cold. When a child has that common cold, right, and then they keep getting it. Yes. Oh, and then like I said this many a times, but maybe new people on here, I'm gonna say it again. If your child has reoccurring sore throats, they want to pull them tonsils out. You are pulling cancer fighting organ out of your body. And if you pull that tonsils out, there are studies that you are exposed to cancer more than a person who hasn't had that pulled out. And that's including the tonsils, the appendix, and the spleen, which holds a lot of lymphoid immune fighting, cancer fighting, the toxins in your body. That's where those organs do. That's your military defense system. But when we get these colds, these sore throats, doctors recommend to yank it out, and you are yanking cancer fighting your cancer fighting army out of your body. Right. So we have to, when we get colds and all of these different flus, and especially around this time, we take things too lightly. That's another thing that we do. We take dis-ease too lightly, and fibroids is one of them. You
Right.
know,
So,
fibroids, women get diagnosed with fibroids. I got fibroids, and it absolutely, to some women, it means nothing because doctors downplay it.
two,
You
two,
know,
two,
oh,
two,
it's small.
two questions in the chat, of course,
Yeah.
in on Instagram. What about prostate cancer? And the other one that's from Shaniqua Lino, the Oracle, and Amber says, "What about appendix?" I guess
Oh,
taking
yeah,
out.
appendix. Okay.
So let's start with prostate cancer. What about prostate cancer? What do you say about that? Go ahead.
Um, Prostate cancer is same. I wish I had my dollars all the way over there where I could show the actual channels. But it's the blockage of the lower lymphatic network, which is your inguinal nodes, those nodes by your groin area. And
Mhm.
so when you have a blockage of that, which that goes back into the gut and liver, there is something called GALT. I want everyone to put that in. Somebody put in the chat in all capitals, GALT, gut associated lymphoid tissue, which that explains that 70% of your lymphatics are in your gut. And
Mhm.
so when you have someone who's diagnosed, a man who's diagnosed with prostate cancer, I mean, the gut is polluted, right? The liver is backed up, and now it has backed up the lymphatic sewer
Mhm.
where you have less flow and less nutrients flowing into the prostate area.
Mhm.
Okay, and so some of those signs are like erectile dysfunction or low energy, and then eventually they may see prostate inflammation, which the eyes show that. I've had
Mhm.
many men where I've helped and said, oh yeah, this is what's shown in your prostate and bladder, usually bladder, then urinary and prostate hand in
Yeah.
hand. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the keys for that, I would say nopal cactus, very powerful nopal cactus. So if you know a man that is going through even prostate inflammation, it hasn't even made its way to that.
Right.
Nopal cactus powder,
Right.
specifically, very powerful for rejuvenating nerve cells
Right.
and prostate cells.
Right.
There's so much that we can take on a daily. We got to go back to that proactive and reactive. We wait.
Wait.
I when I looked in my eyes when I was like 24, I knew I had a right kidney weakness. I already knew that. I
Mm.
knew that my thyroid can go left if I didn't
Right.
take care of it.
Right.
And then I knew that it was inherent of other challenges. Gallbladder. I've seen a marking in my gallbladder, but that was because my mother. That was the story. My mother had gallstones as well.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
wasn't going to wait. I definitely wasn't going to wait. So I do liver flushes every year. I do kidney cleanses every year. I take my omegas, real plant omegas, every single day to make sure my thyroid is doing what it has to do. Right. So
Mhm.
that I'm not sitting around and waiting. Right. It just taking capsules every day, or in a plant form, y'all, or just eating the foods
Right.
that you need to eat, that we know we should eat, right? I mean, we're not going to down anyone because there's things that we should eat, things we don't eat, and that's where we come in with the Juice Plus,
Right.
right? So with the nutrition, but nutrition is the key. You don't want your cells to degenerate faster than
Right.
what your age is.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
mean, you could be 30 with cells of an 80-year-old. You could be 80 with the cells of a 20-year-old.
Right. Right.
Dr. Milani's proof of that. She said when she went into the doctor, when she was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, they
Mhm.
said you have organs of a 20-year-old, and she's in her mid 70s. So it's all about your lifestyle and things that you're doing every day.
So
The sec- oh,
remember what the sister said
yeah, I
about
was about to say the appendix. Yeah, I was about to say the second question.
and then we'll go to the next question that's up there.
She
We
said,
have two
please help
questions.
us understand the importance of the appendix. The appendix, they said, is a vestigial organ in the past, and they still say it, that it's no use.
Mhm.
There's no use for the appendix, and you can take it out.
Mhm.
Appendix inflammation is, I've, seen one of the worst pains. I've never had it, but I've had usually children that deal with that.
Mm.
And it houses a lot of lymphoid tissue. It also helps to replenish good bacteria once the virus has left the body. So you know how people say, "Oh, stomach virus is going around." There's
Mhm.
no stomach virus going around. Your appendix is inflamed and it's
Mhm.
overloaded. And so when stomach virus, what are the symptoms? Vomiting, you can't eat, low appetite. Those are all symptoms of an inflamed, overloaded appendix. And so the appendix is doing exactly what it needs to do, getting rid. When you vomit, you are releasing poor bacteria. You're probably releasing fungus and viruses and all of that in the vomit.
Mhm.
And once the vomiting is off and it's all out, then the appendix comes in and replenish the gut with good bacteria, right? And that's why this new product I've been taking from Juice Plus Super Biome, not only does it gives you the probiotics and the prebiotics, but it also helps your gut, which part of that is the appendix, replenish the good probiotics, so that I mean your postbiotics, so that you're producing it on your own. So you're
Mhm.
not relying on a probiotic for the rest of your life. You
Right.
know, your body automatically does that. So that's the importance of the appendix. And main when it comes to the appendix, dairy is like the key. Dairy is the key that disrupts it. You know, a lot of children that by the time they're 9 or 12 years old, is that's what we're seeing. And then, you know, we're seeing like them, you know, appendectomies. Appendectomy, look it up too. That's one of the highest surgeries in America as well.
Somebody asks, what is the relevance of stress to cancer, and can meditation and similar practices lower risk of cancer?
Yes, stress to any disease, any disease will speed
Mhm.
it up. Matter of fact, it's a saying, it doesn't matter how good your diet is, but if your mind isn't right, if your
Mhm.
mental health, if your emotional balance isn't right, uh, that disease will still find you. And that the traditional Chinese medicine
Mhm.
teaches that. And so, yes, meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, any way where you can be of sound mind, right? When I was 2 nights ago, when I went through something, I screamed so loud, family. I never even heard myself sound like that before.
Mhm.
And I had nobody around to say, breathe, breathe. But I had you know what? I take that away. I had my spirit. I had
Mhm.
my ancestors, and I kept
Mhm.
hearing them say, breathe. I had to, you know, I think we have to talk about this. It is challenging to calm yourself down
Mhm.
when you're by yourself too. It is very challenging, but it's a must to do it, because when you calm down, you can actually, the solution, the path is cleared and you can see it. But if you're in a frantic and, oh my god, what am I going to do, oh, but it's just, you can't see, you only see the darkness, you can't see your way out of
Mhm.
the darkness. So meditation is key, and all of those different practices. And then nervous system recharging, right? Really hyper focusing on your nervous system,
Mhm.
that's also key. You know, with teas like chamomile and passion flower, things, valerian, or even magnesium. Take a magnesium bath. They have
Mhm.
magnesium flakes on Amazon, and
Mhm.
that calms the nervous system, right?
Mhm.
Sleeping. A lot of people don't sleep, King. I swear, a lot of people do not get a full 8, 9 hours. They're cheating themselves. They're stressing themselves. They're getting 6 hours. And of course, we know in this economy, people are working 2 jobs.
Right.
So,
Right.
how do we counteract that? And I would say if you can just add 1 hour extra of sleep, that will do it. Even 45 minutes extra.
Mhm.
Challenge yourself. If you got 6 last night, and you know you have to get up at 6 or 7, just do your best to get an extra 45 to 7 minutes. It's going to change the game for you. Not only that, those extra hour each night can save your life.
Right. Right. Somebody asks, well, Amber asks what to do after you get appendix removed from appendicitis.
Yes. So you will need to definitely keep your immune defense lymphatic system working at a high level. with I like my favorite Chinese herb is astragalus.
Mm.
And I remember I first learned of that herb through my Uncle Kenny when he transitioned, and we went in his home to clean out his stuff, and I seen it on the counter. This is before I went to school, and I'm like, "What is?" It was astragalus and ashwagandha, and I said, "Those are some funky names." And I said, "What is that?" And when I started to research it, I found that astragalus has amazing cancer fighting properties. Matter of fact, it's so good you can use it if you went through chemotherapy. It replenishes your white blood cells after chemotherapy. So that's for the people who want to use allopathic and naturopathic. Hey, it's not a straight line. And I don't look down on you if you choose both, but I can assist you if you choose to go both routes. So
Right.
astragalus is one of my main herbs, especially around this time of year. I do have that on my website. You can just type in astragalus, ASTRAGULUS, and it's in a powder form. You add it to orange juice or any natural fruit juice. Um, you liver flushes, right? You
Mm.
want to do that. That replenishes good bacteria in your liver and your gut, which is going to help with your lymphatic immune defense. I say those words together because immune, lymphatic defense, all the same thing.
Mm.
All the
Mm.
same thing. And
Mm.
so, yeah, those are and making sure that, even after appendicitis, you
Mm.
know, decreasing dairy, as much as possible. Not eating it every day. Some people you might eat it sometimes, but I say, if you everyone's not going to be the same on the same level. So I just tell, people eat it, you know, very, very, rare, sort of say. And then when you do make again, you got to stick to 4 detoxes a year. That's the key.
Mm. Mm. My family, man,
It's
when
already 7:03.
Dr. Shakirah comes in to play, she comes not to play. You know what I'm saying? When she
I
comes in,
like that.
she comes not to play. I'll tell you that right now. And fun loving sister, believe me. But when she comes with her information, oh my goodness, she loves to laugh. She loves good movies. She's such a nice person. I love her energy. And but family, remember if you want to book a consultation with her, go through her link tree /holistica healer. Those that are around the world, you could always book. I don't care. Both of us have international clients, so it is what it is. So please go to her link tree /holistica healer. But if you're in the Atlanta area, again, the Eventbrite to this breast blueprint is up and running, pinned to the top of the chat. Also, I will pin it on top of when the recording is posted on YouTube. I will pin it right there, so people. I have it pinned on Facebook, and I also shared it on Instagram. But I'll share it again on Instagram. Big up to all of the people that's watching on Instagram. A good amount
Yeah.
of people watching on
Oh,
Instagram.
wow. Shout
Tune
out
in
to you,
and
Instagrammers
and
and
Facebook, and also
Facebook.
all of them are tuning in. Big up to everybody. Jay, big up to Black Hippie, big up to Ambra, who've been asking some great questions.
Yes.
Angela,
Big up
big
to
up
you
to
too.
Angela Peterson, big up to of course Shaniqua, Lino, the Oracle, and everybody that's been passing through. I know people go through Shaq and everybody else that's been passing through, and also on big up to people on Facebook like Duke Eatman from out of Montreal, Canada.
Hey.
Sheila Smith. Also, big up to my brother Chuck Morgan, who I had on the show all the time. Big up to Ramza. Big up to Ramza. He like to say too much, but it is he tried to change his name. But I got you, brother Ramza. I know who it is. Tiggy. He calls himself Tiggy Cam now, but I got you. I know who you are. Somebody says, is sexual healing real? And if so, is sexual poisoning real too? Shout out to Marvin Gaye. Really, that's what we doing.
That is a
Don't blame it on
question.
Marvin Gaye, please.
That
Don't.
that is a question for my good dear sister Adara Moselle.
Adara Moselle.
Okay.
Right.
So King, will you have her back on?
Yeah.
That is a question from my good sister Adara. I'm not even going to dive into that.
Yeah. And somebody said I enjoyed your session at Nicholas last year when you were there.
Oh,
We're
what's
bringing
up,
her back at
Mo?
Nicholas.
What's
We're bringing
going
her back
on,
at
Mo?
Nicholas in 2026.
Yes, I'll be there now
I'm
that I'm
bringing her.
going back
I
up
think
north.
I may let her open up for Bedell. Why not? Because Bedell coming into Nicholas in January. Shoot, why
Okay,
not?
Yeah, let's
Hey,
do it.
him and his queen is gonna be opening. Is gonna be speaking. But hey, if I have an extra opener at Nicholas for B-Dell, I'm doing 2 days with him. So in Nicholas in January or February, we're looking at that because I'm supposed to be doing Dallas in February for Valentine's Day. So I got to be out there. So that's gonna be tight with brother Roderick Martin. So I'll be out there, Dallas, Texas. I just got confirmed to be in Dallas, Texas with Roger Martin. So yo.
The one that be on the one that's on Billy with Billy.
That's my man. Yeah, he called me and say, so we might have to go try it out there, girl. I'm telling you,
wow.
Let's do this because I haven't been to Dallas. I've been to Houston, and I have a cousin that lives in Dallas too. But he wants to fly me in and all kind. I'm allowed one person, and that's what he said. I said, oh really? That's what we doing? I got to travel there. But I'm telling you, family, I'm gonna be in Dallas in February for Valentine's weekend. So we're gonna drop it like it's hot for Valentine's. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what's up.
Hey, right after my birthday, I'll be in my cycle. So let's see if YouTube, YouTube is saying, Instagram is saying anything. Any other questions? I'm from Philly and would love to connect. Okay, Amber Love says she's from Philly and love to connect. Big up.
Let's do it.
Of course, Shaniqua was in New York, so we definitely gonna be coming to New York. As a matter of fact, family, just want to remind everybody before I let my dear sister Shakirah go. Shakirah, we're gonna let it go soon, but make sure y'all come. Linktree, her Linktree /Holistica Healer, a direct link to the Eventbrite. Make sure you go to the event if you're in Georgia, you can do that. But I'm telling you, she might broadcast. I'm telling her she needs to broadcast because she needs to spread some love. Spread some love everywhere, all over the world. Because these people are calling.
I might broadcast it on. You might have to broadcast. I'll have my Ring camera.
Yeah,
so and then my daughter will help with the setup too. So
if I can make it, I will come. Depending on this today's consciousness, but if I can make it, I'll definitely come and help and secure. Do something. I like doing security. That's just my thing. But Dr. Shakirah, man, thank you so much for coming through and spreading love the way you spread and being very informative. Big up to Chief Elder. Somebody just shouted Chief Elder Minister in the house. Big up to Chief Elder Minister.
Peace and love. Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in. And again, family, this event that is coming up on October 21st, man, that's going to be a powerful event. Let me put it up in the screen here. You could also scan the QR code. Let me take off that trailer that's running. Let me take off that trailer that's running. You could also scan the QR code. Let me put the address out there. It's already out there. It's Evelyn G. Lowry Library, Cascade. That's 365. What is that? 365?
3665 Cascade Road.
Right. Cascade Road. Because something is blocking my screen.
Okay.
So because I just had to blow it up on the back scene from my perspective here. But yes. But thank you so much for coming on and spreading love. Wait a minute, I'm having problems reducing this. Oh, there you go. All right, there it is. All right, there you go. I already put that there. So hold on one second, family. Make sure you support this. This is a very good thing. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Please, and let's call it Breast Cancer Healing Month too. Let's try to heal it.
Yeah.
And again, being proactive is very, very important. Beautiful people. As a matter of fact, let me share that link so people can see what y'all gonna see. All right. This is what it is. There it is. So y'all can go right to it. This is the Eventbrite link. All you have to do, get your tickets. Once you press that button right there, as I'm showing you, boom, take you to. How much does it cost, or is it free?
It's free. You see it? It's free.
Oh, dang. Oh, she just wants your email, so that's why you get them tickets.
Stop giving away the cheat code, gosh.
It's free. That's all. It's all good. It's absolutely free 99.
Yes,
free 99.
Come through.
If she broadcasts, it's gonna be a donation. I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna be a donation because she needs to donate. You know what I'm saying? Get the help out, help the sister out on all angles and all levels. She gave and rewind this because she dropped a lot of information.
I appreciate it.
I'm telling you, man, rewind and come again. Oh, my sister, thank you so much for coming on and spreading love. Thank you for spreading love the way you do spread love and everything. How's the family over there? Everybody all right?
Everybody is Doing good. Everybody's all
Everybody's
right.
doing good. Big up to your
Yes.
daughter. She has a tooth powder, man. I use her tooth powder. Matter of fact, I'm carrying it with me to New York. I'm gonna pack
Yes.
that with me because I'll be in New York for a little time doing some work out there. So y'all look out for me in New York City. I'll be all over
Yeah.
the place. I got my team gonna be popping up again. I'm gonna get my street team popping, my online team popping. I'm gonna be popping. We're gonna be at Nicholas, gonna be popping, and I'll be passing through for a few events at SOBs and a few other places. A few events that I'm going to be passing through, just showing my face as I'm celebrating 30 years in this business. So, but everybody's thanking you. Gratitude. Let's go to the chat.
Gratitude,
People are showing
yes. And I would
gratitude.
say the last words is,
Go
if
ahead.
anyone's looking to book and schedule a consultation with me, it's on my website, holisticapalace.com.
That's right.
We're working on, I had two websites, but the other website was acting up. So I have to put my iridology bookings back on the main website, Holistica.
Right.
So you just search iridology consultation while we're working on making it accessible where it's the drop down again. But you can just search iridology and then it'll show you the calendar, and then you'll automatically receive instructions on how to take your iris photos. Yeah, I gotta update my link tree because it still shows the omegas and hormones event, and
Well,
that's
yeah, you need to do that today.
I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah. So yeah, yeah,
Today. Dr. Shakirah. Today.
yes,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So
I
yeah,
love and respect you all the time, my sister. Love and respect you all the time. Thank you so much for being a scholar and a powerful empress in this business. And like Dr. Valentine says, you are the one for the future. Pay attention to her as we're going out with her books that's going to be coming out and all that kind of stuff. Look out, look out, look out. It's going to be a powerful. And please, family, please, like I've been sharing on the bottom, like, subscribe, and share with those that are on, that want to learn and on a spiritual journey. Don't share it with trolls. If trolls ain't ready, don't give it to them. Let's share it with people. This platform is about people that are solution orientated, that uses different alternative modalities and the regular modalities, but also the alternative. I don't mind religious people coming on. I had a brother from the Nation of Islam yesterday. I've had Hebrews on here. I've had all types of people. As long as it's making you a better person, I support it. If it makes you a better person, if you believe in Jesus, God, Allah, Ifa, whatever, if it's making you a better person, I support it. If it's not making you a better person, leave me alone. All right, that's what I can say. Dr. Shakirah, any last words for the audience, beautiful sister? Go ahead.
yeah, that was it. I would say that I really want to just highlight this culture we created called F cancer,
Yes.
right? And it's we really have to change that language because it's such a negative connotation to it. Oh, I hate. There's a book I hated pink, right? Or because of pink is the color for the month,
Right.
and just hated everything about it once they are diagnosed. And
Right.
so just having more awareness of nutrition is a big factor,
Mm-hmm.
how we eat, and then also it affects how we think and how we move in life, so that whole F cancer, it's not really F cancer, but F the foods that we're
Yeah,
eating, right? F
that
the
part.
mind, F
That part.
the generational things that we've been doing, like the deodorants and things that's passed down, and that's why I'm like I'm just so thankful for what was passed down to me,
Yeah.
this information. I mean, my great grandmother was a gardener and grew food, and and so going into the women in my family just loves to do research, and the men too, some of the men
Mm-hmm.
too, but it's just really the matriarchs is just where it's at in my
Of course,
family,
of
like,
course.
so I
The nurturing spirit. Right.
yeah, so less of the F cancer and just more of
Let's
you
heal
know
cancer. Let's heal
right,
cancer. Not F
right,
cancer.
F
Heal
the
cancer.
foods, yeah.
Yeah, because even Dr. Sabi said a breast can grow back. I mean, he said cancer was the easiest one to reverse. The reverse. And somebody just asked, can a spleen regrow, and how important is it to the immune system? Woo.
Hey, Miss Bay. Yes, I've heard that a spleen can regrow. I have not seen it in a client. I had a client who had their spleen removed, And the reason why I knew that, when I looked in their iris and I seen a big gaping hole in the spleen area, and I asked him, "Have you had your spleen removed?" And he just eyes popped wide open, like, "How'd you know that?"
How you know that?
And
Wow.
he recently had it removed. When I seen him, it was like literally 6 weeks prior.
Wow.
Remember, family, the iris leaves an imprint on that organ gland system region immediately.
Yes.
Immediately, right? And so I haven't, heard that it can regrow, but what happens is when you remove one area specifically of that's high in lymphoid tissue, matter of fact, the spleen has the highest. Your body would mainly depend on other lymphoid areas, such as in your gut, your throat, which is your tonsils, and then um, your the appendix, all of that part of that, and then other areas of the body where
Right.
lymph is present, like your groin area.
Right.
So it can regrow immune cells in those other lymphatic areas. So, but as far as regrowth of the organ itself, perhaps.
You know what I'm gonna ask you to do, and I'll even help you do it. Let's find a laboratory that you can have access to see what's happening, because that's what Sabi had access to. Like Dr. Africa, definitely, because he was a military nurse, had access to laboratories. To like Yaki has his own laboratory. He ain't playing.
Yeah, nah, I love what he's
Don't
doing.
play
Yeah,
with this. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Don't play. It's go even contact his people if you could have access to the
Yeah, I don't have access to a physical library, laboratory,
lab.
but more so like have access to where clients can send their blood work in,
That's it.
and then, but yeah, I have to find one that I'm like I could physically go to.
It
Yeah.
should be there in Pennsylvania and New York, wherever. I know they definitely, because maybe, but if, contact how he set up his. Everybody needs to. Even Ali Muhammad, Amir, he also got access to a lab. So I think it's
Yeah.
very important to know cultures and how things progress.
Yeah.
And that's all for your learning experience. You still utilize that youth and take and learn, and
Yeah.
earn, and then return. That's what you got to do. Everything you earn, you return it to the community, return it to your family, return it to the world, and watch what happens. So, hey, look, I'm
That's a
about
good
to say,
idea. Yes.
somebody said the number one show on the planet.
I
Family.
like that.
Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you. Yeah, again, this is called King Simon Presents. Only quality people. That's why I don't have drama. I don't have no argument. I have a bunch of bots. Really quality people. Really supports the channel. And don't forget, please, you can also support by spreading love through Super Chat, Super Sticker, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Chime. If you be on time, you can use Chime. My dear, thank you very much for being a part of the journey all the time. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause. Lot of birds. And thank you again for coming on, all right?
All right. Take care, family. Take care, King. Peace and love.
I appreciate you. We'll talk later. All right. Take care.
Peace.
All right. Yes, that's my sister, Dr. Shakirah Moore. Let's give her another round of applause. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you for showing her so much love. Man. Again, please share, like, and tell people to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe is most important. And my subscribers are going up. But again, because it's not a bunch of bots subscribing, because bots do subscribe to channels, especially when it gets overly popular. It's a lot. It's gradually climbing up, and the analytics are showing me and telling me that, you get numbers, but slowly but surely. And I'm putting up clips after clips and editing clips. Now I'm doing the editing myself, and I'm not using I'm not using the CapCut. I did use it, but I'm using TikTok to make it happen. And TikTok is like free. TikTok, I'm like bop. I'm like, okay, I can do this. Because I'm always learning. And because we're in the age or tipping the age of Aquarius, probably all 400 years or in it for another 200 years, tomato. Astrologers are going to be arguing with each other all day. I don't argue with numbers. So, everybody say numbers don't lie. That's why I don't argue with numbers. So people, if you want to support Dr. Shakirah Moore, make sure you scan that QR code, or make sure you go to her. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Go to her link tree Okay, the link tree is also pinned to the top of the chat. And also, if you're in the Atlanta area for the Eventbrite, the event happening on October the 21st at the library, absolutely free 99. Even if you just want to, just get it for free 99 anyway, just to join her email list. Go ahead and join the email list through Eventbrite so you can be notified when she comes to New York, when she comes to Brooklyn, when she comes to Dallas, when she comes to PA, whatever. Just join her email list and you'll see what happens. And of course, she's board certified master iridologist, naturopath, detox specialist, spiritual teacher, and entrepreneur, because she does have products on the website also. So make sure you support Dr. Shakirah Moore. Remember, coming up on Sunday, we got a double header coming up on Sunday. Boom! My brother Jejna is coming in. The brother Zansiat Jejna is coming in the building. And he got his spiritual awakening at 11 years old. So we're going to talk about that between 11 and 13. And my brother has been on the journey. He's making his debut on my channel for the first time at 3:03 p.m. October 19th, which happens to be Sri Master Gano Grill's birthday. Big up to Sri Master. Also, that later on that afternoon, we got the one, the only brother Jerry Miller will be in the building. KSP, I'm bringing Jerry Miller back. We're going to be talking about respecting the wisdom of our elders woven in the fabric of time. 6 o'clock that evening, Eastern Standard Time, but 3 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have him on live and direct in October. October 28th, we got the one, the only Dr. Oya Ma'at on Today's Consciousness. We're going to go in because people was attacking her in the conscious community back in the day, and we're going to level the playing ground, because I love my Aquarius sister. This is my sister right here. Let's not from out of B More, Baltimore. What up, B More? Big up to all of y'all. And November, woo-wee! Guess who I got coming in November? Sister Myra Mars confirmed for November 4th. That's P. Diddy's birthday. So we're going to do it. We're going to talk about P. Diddy that day too. But I'm going to talk about her growing up with people like Bobby Hemmett. We're going to go down that road. C. Freeman L., her studying astrology. We're going to go into her story, because we don't get her story when she goes on other platforms. From my perspective, we're going to get into her story. Sister Myra Mars, because she's a legend in the astrological and the metaphysical world. So I want to make sure we support Sister Myra Mars heavy. So make sure y'all tell the world. New Diamond's one of my sponsors. She pops in and out as one of my guests, co-hosts every now and then, but make sure you support her channels. Make sure you support her Cash App. Make sure you support her website of all her great work that she's doing. Remember, November 15th and 16th, come and meet me. Come and give me a hug. Come and greet me. I'm celebrating 30 years in promotion and production, or production and promotion, with Blue Pillar 44. Pope Pablo will be doing a presentation, and the one, the only Abundance Child will be doing a presentation. Each one of them are going to be covering each day. Abundance Child will be the keynote speaker on the 15th, and my man Blue Pillar Pope Pablo will be the keynote speaker on the 16th. And he's celebrating his birthday on the 14th in New York. So he'll be there. Lloyd Strayhorn will be there speaking. Joshua Sarah, Paris Williams, Mama Ella, Black Dot, and more surprise guests are going to pass through. Get your tickets. It's only $33, more at the door. And we also have a live stream. All you have to do is stream, scan that QR code and go straight to the Eventbrite for the live stream also. It's all there. All right. Big up to my sponsors, like the one. Hey, here's another QR code you can scan also, just in case you want to come to the event at Nicholas, Brooklyn on November the 15th and 16th. I'm celebrating 30 years in promotion and production. Also, join my membership if you want this exclusive psychoanalysis breakdown, part 1, 2, and 3. Part 2 and 3 will have some special doctors passing through for it. Big up to 340. Worldwide.com, 340worldwide.com. Make sure you call that number if you want expert solutions on how to build your network, your business, and all of that to flourish. Make sure you support the systems with what they're doing. Apothecary, High Heels Apothecary.com. Botanicals that support the healing of the body. Make sure you go to the website, High Heels Apothecary.com. Make sure you support her 1000%. Also, if you want to book a session with me, text me your full name, date of birth, and email to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. 40% off discount for the 60-year-olds and older. I'm trying to get those seniors to understand that it's not over just because you reach 60. You got to reinvent yourself, and Numerovation can help you with that. Those that are members of my channel, there's 20% off discount until November the 1st. So you got like another week or so. So make sure you come out. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. There it is. All 5 of my books on Amazon right now. Go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Big up to B. Dell. He just released his book on his birthday on October the 14th. Big up to B. Dell. Make sure you support my brother Bridell Bay on Amazon. That's what he called. Don't go on Amazon and say B. Dell. His name is Bridell Bay. So make sure if you're going to support him, my book is on the way. I understand. So big up to him. And my relationship, Numerovational Relationship Chronicles and Workbook for Mental Health is coming out. Also, I'm writing a lot of downloads coming. So you know what it is. Big up to Ashra Kwesi. If you want to go on a historical trip with Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mira Kwesi, make sure you call that number. Tell them that King Simon sent you. Also, if you want to get 10% off at Nicholas Brooklyn for the retail sales, make sure you go to Nicholas Brooklyn and Nicholas Cultural in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. If you want to get wholesale, 718-858-4400, 718-858-4400. Big up to my dear sister, Cinnamon. Big up to her, transitionalhealing.etsy.com. She got great t-shirt, great products, great books, all of that. Make sure you support what she's doing on a higher level. And big up to hypnosiswithkendall.com, 800-396-6463. And don't forget Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, 800-581-4401. That's going to be powerful. Big up to him. Remember what Dr. B says, people. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to tell us in his prayer. Please, Universal Creator, know in our heart that we love you. Please protect us in this planet on which we live now. Please open up our minds, our spirit, and our soul to receive only truth and your love now. Make sure you support Dr. B at elevationtime.com. Make sure you support Dr. Blair's legacy with Brother Tony and the whole family over there at the metacenter2.com. That's the metacenter, the number 2.com support. Remember, family, love yourself, because the more you love yourself, it's the more you'll love others, no matter how they come and no matter what they do. Love the energy of that person. Love the energy of the people. Love the energy. What they do with the energy, you might dislike that, but you know what energy is what I love. So if you come with good energy, I don't need no negativity around me. Good energy. I don't need no negativity all around me. I don't need that. I need good energy. That's why I love to have fun. I tell my life. I tell the jokes. I have fun. I tell people that I've known, I've met. I tell people because I enjoyed life the best I can. And remember, I love you because I love me. Family, thanks again for Dr. Shakirah Moore for coming in. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be at peace. And we'll talk next time. All right? Take care.